Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. To Brother Kadash, I ask for the city Indianapolis cap. Gotta start out by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kadash. Double officer apostles, Elder Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, in peace and salutation. You brothers pushing this truth, week in, week out, in sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, just a quick hit, we should be trusting in the Lord in everything that we do. Okay, our faith should be totally dependent on the Lord. You know, the Lord is the one that's going to get us through these testing trials and these days of evil that are upon us. All right, so we should totally be locked in when it comes to trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, not trusting in nobody else, anything else but the Lord. All right, this is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not into thy own understanding. Don't think that you know how to do things without the Lord. Okay, they say is the way that sees right into the man, but the way is the deaf. Roughly paraphrasing. We can't lean into our own understanding, thinking that we got it. No, we gotta trust in the Lord and let the Lord guide us. Okay. Even more now than ever. These days are getting more evil. These people are more wicked. The earth is one of the worst cases that it's ever been in. All right, we have to trust in the Lord. All right, and when you go into that heart, the word heart, it means mind. It says, "In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." All right, we pose the knowledge of how Hashem Yahweh Shai in every move we make, how we do things, how we operate, the decisions that we make. We supposed to go to the Lord first with these decisions before we make them. Saying that how you thinking that you can just go out there and do it on your own. You got it. No, we need the Lord. I find myself talking to the Lord and casting a lot about a lot of things that I do. I'd rather go with the way that the Lord is telling me to do it than try to go with the way of my own mind, my own thoughts. Okay? You gotta remember we're in this wicked kingdom and wicked thoughts coming to our head. But if we put our trust in the Lord and let the Lord guide us, we'll be on the right path. Okay? It says, "Be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Lord and depart from evil." Okay? You gotta have that fear and that reverence for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? It is going to keep us out of the way of evil. Okay? It's going to keep us out of the way of wickedness. We're not going to be perfect. But the Lord is going to guide us, to keep us away from these wicked things that are right before our faces in this earth. Okay? This is Jeremiah 17:7. "Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, whose hope the Lord is." Okay? All right? It said, "Blessed is the man that is trusting in the Lord." Okay? You know, we want to be blessed through this thing, man. You know? The Lord takes care of his men. You know? We really have to be thoughtful and grateful for the little things. You know, I was just sharing this with the brother the other day, and the Lord's protecting us in all type of ways that we don't even know it. You know, that's why I say blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord. The Lord is protecting us on a daily basis. Okay, He's covering us on a daily basis. So when we catch this little hell, and be grateful for the little hell you catch it, man. You can be in a worst case. You can be like the rest of the world who don't have no trust or faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Don't even know who he is. Okay? So we have to stay planted and trusted in the Lord. Okay? This is Isaiah 26 and 3. Thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind stays on thee, because he trusted in thee. All right? The Lord is going to keep us at as much peace as he can. All right? If we keep our mind on the Lord, focused on the Lord. All right? Focused on his truth. Reading, you know, watching the videos, doing videos, you know, constantly seeking the Lord through prayer. All right? The Lord will give us somewhat of a peace of mind, you know. So we have to stay focused. You know, I know I said that, but it's true though. We gotta truly stay focused. All right. So the Lord can keep our mind at peace. You know, if we constantly, if we constantly keeping our mind on the Lord, the spirit will outweigh the flesh. You know, the flesh is weak. You know, but if we keep our mind in the spirit, we can defeat the flesh. You know? It says, trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. You know? The Lord's going to be our everlasting strength as long as we stay focused and continue to do what he has asked us to do, what he has commanded us to do. You know? This is not the time to get weak. You know? It's not the time to stray away from the truth. You know? It's really the time to lock in even more than ever. You know? I don't think, how about some of y'all outside for our elders, you know, in this camp, in our camp, you know. Okay, it's time to lock in even more than ever, man. All right? Stop, you know, we can't let our worldly, not our world, we can't let our day-to-day basis of so-called life take our mind and our focus away from Yahweh Shem Yahushai on doing the duty what the Lord has commanded us to do. We gotta stay on that straight and narrow. Okay? This is I'm gonna end it on this one. This is Psalms 34. This is Psalms 34. Bear with me. This is Psalms 34 and 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him. Once again, we are blessed because we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is putting a shield of protection over us on a daily basis. That's a blessing, man. You know, we watching people leave up out of this place every day. Through what? Through these different through these different these earthly attacks with tsunamis, earthquakes. You know, getting bombed. You know, people getting shot on a daily basis. People are getting taken up out of here, man. You know, and the Lord's protecting us, man. The Lord's protecting us because we trust and we fear in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know? That's why we must reverence and beg the Lord. All right? We must beg. We should be begging the Lord on a day-to-day basis. Begging the Lord to obtain salvation. All right? Begging the Lord to watch over us and our families and our loved ones. Begging the Lord to watch over the elders, the apostles, and our brothers, man. You know? It's a blessing to trust in the Lord, man. All right? You know, so I'm going to end it on that. With that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Krakadosh. Shalom.